Hey guys, it's Mel. Welcome to my channel. No, hey, no, you don't do that. Sorry, I have this cat trying to eat the cord of my mic, so help. Hello, she also really wants to be in another video apparently. See? Anyway, in this video, I really want to talk to you about my plans for December. Yeah, there's you stay there. No, you stay there. What are you doing? Oh, you really want to be on the lap, don't you? I might try again in a bit. We seem to have settled a little bit, so let's try that one again. In the video I'm making today, I really want to have a little bit of a chat with you about my plans for December. I do have quite a few end of year videos, plans for next year videos, as well as my regular sort of wrap-ups and hauls and unhauls and all of those sorts of things that I wanted to do. So I will now tell you what my video schedule is going to look like in December, as soon as I have a little sip of my coffee. Okay, so what I'm planning on doing is my regular videos that I post on Saturday, and also videos that I will post every Thursday. So this is the first of the Thursday videos. I am filming it on Wednesday. It will go up tomorrow afternoon. So I'm still really quite new to BookTube. As you know, I have been making BookTube videos since October. And this is my first time experiencing Christmas on BookTube. I didn't know anything about Vlogmas, which a lot of booktubers are doing at the moment, which for those people that don't know is where you make and edit and upload videos every day throughout the month of December. So I won't be doing that, partly because I didn't get myself organised or really even think about December, end of the year BookTube stuff, and partly because I just don't really think that I am going to have the wherewithal, to be honest, to do that this year. Possibly next year, we'll see how we go. Hayley from Hayley in Bookland is doing Bookmas, which is something that she does every year. So I think to begin with it was sort of like Vlogmas, but she's now doing 21 Days of Christmas, and quite a few different booktubers who don't do the Vlogmas are doing something quite similar. I will link Hayley's video where she talks about that in the description below if you want to watch her. She's a really enthusiastic, fun booktuber, so I really recommend that you check out her channel. I do have scheduled my top 5 video for books and movies and TV shows that I've watched / read throughout the year that I will be showing you in December. I haven't figured out exact dates yet, but it's coming up, so keep a lookout if you want to know what my top 5 viewing and reading things have been this year. I also have a video that I'd like to talk about what I plan for next year. I also want to update you on what the kids and I have been reading for the Grade 5/6 Readathon Challenge. So I have a whole video around that I'd like to upload, which will probably go up next week, next Thursday. Another thing that I've noticed on BookTube is that there are quite a lot of readathons going on throughout the month of December. There are at least 2 that are specifically themed around Christmas that I am aware of, although there's probably a bunch of other ones as well. And I did briefly consider going in some of those readathons, but I ultimately decided not to. There are a few reasons for that. The first one is that I am currently participating in the Triwizard Readathon, and that started at the end of November and it goes through to the middle of December. And last week I did the second task, next week I'll be doing the third task. But a couple of weeks ago, as I'm sure most of you know, Chelsea Darling Reads and some other people put on a little mini contemporary-a-thon. I was going to go in that. I talk a little bit more about why I didn't end up going in that in my November wrap-up, so that will go live in a couple of days, so you'll figure out why then. But I think also it was just kind of one readathon after the other, which I'm sure a lot of people really like, but I just find it gets a bit much, and my brain kind of starts to switch off a little bit. So that's part of the reason why I decided not to go in those other 2 readathons. The other thing is that I have already got a bunch of books that I'm trying to read for the grade 5/6 readathon. I will link my video talking about that in more detail in the description below. I've also done an update for that, which I'll link below as well. Next week I'll be uploading a video about the end of that readathon. Then there are some library books that I have that I need to read. So I had quite a lot of stuff that I wanted to do in December, so I decided not to go in those readathons for those reasons as well. There is another reason why I ended up deciding against going in the 'Tis the Season-a-thon and Reindeer Rules, I think is the other one, readathons. And it's a tiny little bit petty and silly, and that is the fact that I live in Australia, and that means that unlike a lot of people on BookTube, leading up to Christmas is not in fact leading into winter, but leading into summer, which means that Christmas is often very hot, so we don't tend to have that same cozy, spooky feeling that people seem to get around winter and Christmas time. I kind of was feeling a bit like, why is all of these Christmas readathons about snow and winter? I told you it was petty. But the extra silly thing about that is that it's actually really cold in Tasmania at the moment. I am sitting here in my lounge room under a heater with a really fuzzy, warm jumper on. Meanwhile, almost the entirety of the east coast of Australia is on fire, because we've had horrible fires up and down the Queensland coast, throughout Sydney, all around the southern coast of New South Wales. It's been really, really, really awful. I'm sitting here in Tasmania in the cold thinking about all these people whose houses are getting destroyed and who are losing their homes, and even some people who have lost family and friends, and it's just awful. Anyway, back to readathons. It's kind of silly, given how cold I currently am, to be talking about the fact that I live in Australia and it's summer over Christmas. So anyway, that was just a brief little petty thing that I had that I thought. But really the main reason I'm not going in those readathons is, like I said, just time and motivation and headspace and end of the year stuff. Having said that, I have noticed that a few people, specifically Hayley in Bookland, but a few other booktubers as well, do 24-hour reading vlogs where they basically read for 24 hours and vlog about it, which I thought was quite interesting, and I thought I might give that one a try. I'm not going to do 24 hours though, because I'm getting old now and I don't really like staying up all night reading anymore, so I'm probably going to actually do 36 hours, which means I can get some sleep in there as well. I haven't yet decided what books I'm going to read for that, but I'm probably looking at doing that in the 23rd, 24th of December, so keep an eye out for that video as well. Anyway, those are all the thoughts and plans that I have for December. Sorry that this video has been kind of random, and also apologies to those people running those readathons who have put in so much effort and thought for my pettiness that actually didn't last that long, but I just wanted to apologise. I know you guys put in a lot of effort. I might go in some of those Christmas themed readathons next year. Just honestly don't think that they're something I'm up for this year. I will link all the videos that I talked about and the YouTubers that I talked about in the links below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this very random, rambly video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you next time.